Most of the people probably heard the name of Avenue Supermart. If you don't know, that's okay. I can bet most of you have definitely heard the name of Dmart. Dmart is a retail business segment that delivers goods to the customer very still cheap price and very nominal price to the customer. It is a top brand of the India. It's all began with the name of Radhakrishna Damani. Discuss about each and everything from the scratch. The first one we will talk about the Radhakrishna Damani stories, and the second one we will talk about how he established the Dmart, and the third one what the strategy Dmart follows, and the last one I will share to you my opinion about the Dmart. Now we are going to talk about Radhakrishna Damani stories. He was born into a Marwadi family. His childhood was spent into the normal environment. His family was not rich. He started to study BCom at the Mumbai University, but he didn't pursue as long. After the dropout, he wanted to start a business. Now Marwadi have a good understanding about the business, and his father have own business of the broking firm of the stock market. Damani wanted to start own business. After the some moment, Damani started own business of ball bearing business. He wanted to expand the business, but at that time his father passed away. At that moment all the responsibility fell on his shoulders, and Damani only 33 years old. He didn't want to take any risk of the ball bearing business. Therefore he joined the father's business as a broking firm. He entered the stock market and absorbed the market, how was trading the done. Gradually he developed the interest in it. After the moment he realized as a brokerage he earned only decent money, not a huge. After the some moment he involved more into the trading. When he thought about the stock market, one image come in his mind. The name is Manu Manik. He was learning about the stock market from the Manu Manik. Manu Manik gave advice to Damani that was, in the market the game of fear and greed is played. The one who overcomes both of these is a real player. After the Harshad Mehta conspiracy, the K10 was emerging in the market. The bad news came out for the K10 group. And that moment, Damani thought it's the right time to take a short position of the K10 stocks. After that, the Damani took a short position of the Infosys. Within the 15 minutes, the stock went down around 6.3%. Then there was turmoil in the stock market, and the money comes under to the radar of the regulator. This situation was deeply affected to the money and forcing quit the market and trading. The second point is here how he established the Dmart. Radhakrishna also interested in the consumer business, and he also invested in the consumer business stocks and businesses. In 1999, Radhakrishna Damani took a franchisee of Apna Bazaar. That store opened in Navi Mumbai, Nerul. Through that franchisee, he gained good understanding about the retail business. However, he was not satisfied with the business model of the Apna Bazaar. Later, he traveled to the United States and gained good understanding of the business model of the Walmart and make that strategy, that business model influence through the Damani to make his own business and retail strategy. Later, he traveled to the United States and studied and gained inside knowledge of the business model of the Walmart, and that thing influenced to Damani to make a own strategy of the retail business. Then after that, he came back to the India and opened the Dmart store in Navi Mumbai. He incorporated Avenue Supermart in 2000, then opened the first store in 2002 in Navi Mumbai. Now currently around 442 Dmart stores in across the India. Every store begins with simple promise: every day low price. Now we are going to talk about 30 steps that this strategy that Dmart follows. Number 1, they own their store instead of renting them. Sometimes you felt you have to travel a little bit to reach the Dmart, because they usually buy the land and acquire the land for the long-term lease basis and then build on it. This thing help to Dmart. They don't need to pay regular basis rent like other retailers. Once they fully own building, they save significant expenses on the rent, which can account 5% to 10% of the total revenue. They can funnel these savings to the customer by offering some new products, by offering the discounts they have never seen. And the second point is space utilization. Most of the time you felt mostly cramped, which very little is walking space. If you have a cart, you will likely end up and slamming other shoppers, wondering why you are choosing to visit Dmart at the first place. Once again, the store layout is configured to find the right balance of the customer satisfaction and cost saving. Therefore, they have a roof type of racks. They can simply chuck the inventory on the top and display package on the bottom. Smaller storeroom, it means saving space. More product can be into the display area. If you find any product and any problem over there, then you can ask one of them, their employee. Most of the employees there contract workers. Dmart saving even more money, and these micro saving us ahead to the pass the benefit to the customer by offering them everyday low price. Product wise optimization. Now we are going to talk about product wise optimization. Most of the people who go to the Dmart buy the groceries. Dmart does not make money from the grocery segment. Dmart make money from the other segments such as apparels, home appliance and kitchen materials and beauty products like that. I know this is not make a sense, but we have to understand here because in FMCG product there are low margin. Dmart sell very low margin because as compared to the market, because Dmart want to attract to the people. When they reel them in the store, then the Dmart sell the product as non-FMCG product. Dmart charge a slotting fees. Because of these fees, Dmart can sell the product below the MRP. For example, Mr. A want to sell product in the Dmart store. Dmart say, okay, I will send you a product. So you have to pay rent of this rack. So that's why Dmart can sell the product below the MRP. And the most important thing here, to maintain the relationship with their suppliers. Dmart focus on the relationship with the supplier. Dmart squeeze them for the discount. When you purchase a good discounted rate, then you can sell the product to the customer and you make a more margin from that product. So that's why Dmart follows this thing. Dmart competitors and other stores pay to the vendors for around 45 to 60 days. That thing fell to the vendor is a long payment cycles. And the other hand, the Dmart pay to the vendors in 7 to 8 days. This thing help to maintain the relationship from the vendors and to the customers. Now I'm going to share to my opinion. I recently went to the Dmart and I saw a lot of crowd over there. I had first time I ever seen in this kind of the crowd. And I also went to the other store. I never had seen as such a crowd as compared to Dmart. One thing is here very important. Like for example, when you purchase some product and go to the bill counter and for the billing, there is a one employee available over there for your product. Fill in the bag. That service is a very important for the customers, and this kind of the service is not available from the other store. So that's why these things attract to the customer and retain to the customer again and again. So why most of the people prefer to Dmart, because Dmart is more trustable, Dmart is more valuable, Dmart is more profitable, Dmart is more convenient. That's why most of the people prefer to go Dmart.